All right then. Hello everybody. My name is Ewan and I work for Able. So today we're going to discuss getting started in Forex and specifically prop firms and their challenges. So what are prop firms and challenges? So prop firms are companies who offer challenges for traders, and these challenges include specific profit targets and loss limits, so you can only lose a certain amount and they want you to make a certain amount before you pass. And once you pass, the trader is given a passed account where they're able to keep a percentage of the profit made on the account. So, prop firms. Why shouldn't you just trade your own money? You can, but prop firms allows you to reduce your personal risk, so the money you're risking. So instead of risking $5,000 of your own money, you're going to risk like the $35 fee for that challenge instead. And it'll allow you to have greater buying power in the market. So with your $35 or whatever to buy your challenge, you'll be able to access $5,000 worth of buying power so you can make bigger trades and make more money, hopefully. So once you pass the challenge, do you trade with real money, or are the prop firm like gonna go broke because you become a millionaire? So you never actually trade using a live account. It's always on demo. So prop firms make their money from people buying the challenges and then failing to pass them essentially, and then they use that money to pay the people who do pass the challenges and do get their payouts, and they hope they have a little left over for themselves. That's the business model of prop firms. However, that doesn't mean that the challenges are impossible and no one ever passes. If you're a good trader and you're consistent, then you can pass and you can make money. So what size should you start with? Start small. If you can't pass a 5k account, you can't pass 100k. The trading conditions, it's on the same market using the same rules. It's just scaled up sizes, right? So start small, prove to yourself you can consistently do it. Small is cheap, so it's better. And if you've never ever touched a chart or traded or know nothing at all, complete beginner, maybe don't even buy a prop firm account. Don't do it until you've traded a bit on demo, you feel a bit confident, you know what you're doing, that sort of thing. So how much do they cost for? So they vary depending on the size of the account and the steps involved. So steps, of course, make it harder and therefore cheaper. So what I mean by steps is maybe for the first step, you have to make 5%, and then once you make your 5%, you pass, and then you go to stage two, and your account gets reset, and you need to make another 5%, and then so on and so forth. Normally, it's just one step, two step, three step. We recommend one step, two step, three is a bit long. So the cheapest account, the funding pips, which we'll go into them in a second, offer is $36 for a two-step $5,000 account, and of course they go up to be pretty expensive, all the way up to $499 for a one-step 100k account. So what do these challenges look like? So the challenge rules are about to follow like most prop firms will kind of follow the same structure, the same rules, give or take. They'll be a bit different perhaps. So we can see the 1% one step challenge. They want you to make 10% on that account without losing over 6% of the starting balance and 4% daily. So if you lose 5% in a day, you're done. If you lose 3%, you're good. And the 2% obvious two steps, sorry, you make 8% and so on and so forth. So the profit splits. How much do you actually make once you pass the challenge? Do you keep everything? So it depends really. Some prop firms allow you to keep 100%, some make it 60%, and it also depends on how often you want your payouts. So if you want bi-weekly payouts, if you wait longer, then you'll get a bigger split. So it's just easier for them. So what prop firms should you use? So we as a company, Invest in Able, we recommend funding pips and FTMO to our clients. That's just because they're trustworthy, reliable. We know for a fact you can get paid out. They're good. Use others at your own risk. We're not saying that every other prop firm out there is a scam and they're not going to pay you, but there are some out there which will delay payouts, deny payouts for silly reasons, and work against you. So just be careful and wary, and try go to somewhere where it's vouched and you've got some history. So funding pips is more cheap and you'll find more value accounts on there. So the $35 5k accounts. FTMO on the other hand are the biggest prop firm company out there and are very, very reliable. They're a bit more expensive, however. So funding pips. So when you go and make your funding pips account and buy a challenge, you're going to want to fill it in the following steps. So you can obviously pick whether you want a 1-step, 2-step, 3-step account and the size of your account, and below it will show you the price. We as a firm we'd instruct you to pick the Trade Locker platform. You can see number 3, it says Trade Locker instead of MetaTrader and CTrader. That's just because it's a bit easier, and we'll get on how to use those platforms in a second. But these are the sayings, so to speak, that we would suggest you use for funding pips. We'll put a link to the description we'll put a link in the description for our referral code, so you can go ahead and buy a challenge from them. And we'll also put a link to the trading rules, so you can go in depth and see the specific rules for the challenges. It's always worth reading before you go. So the platform on funding pips, as I said, is Trade Locker. So Trade Locker is loosely, I say loosely, is based on trading view. It's basically the same thing. So we're actually logged into a funding pips 5k account right here. We're up a bit. So when you log in, you have your chart on the main screen. You can zoom in, zoom out, same thing. Exactly the same as TradingView effectively. You can change your timestamp. So each one of these candles represents the time increment here. So if I change it to 1 minute, each candle represents a 1 minute space of time. You can change it from, if you want a line graph, I don't know why you'd want that, back to candles for me. You can obviously add different indicators to the chart, and here you can use your technical analysis, drawing, Fibonacci's, you can, all of that stuff. Very, very simple. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, however you like. On the right, you can see that we have all the instruments, so whether it be Forex, whether it be indices, it's here. You just click on the chart, it comes up, different pairs. Here we can see the buying, selling terminals, so we can click risk, we can see the risk, we can drag our SL, all of that good stuff. TP, we can drag our TP, we can change how much we actually want to risk of our account. We can see the risk percent of the balance. If this account was active, we'd see. Same with the sell lots, we can switch it to buy, see how big it is, all that stuff. And very, very simple stuff, to be honest with you, like very, very simple. We can see our close positions, trades, all of this. It's a very simple platform to use. So FTMO. So this is a bit more of an expensive platform, but again, they are the biggest prop firm company out there. And to get to this screen that you see here, you're going to have to make an account with FTMO. As I said, we'll put our link to do that in the description. And you'll get to the menu where you can see this. So we're obviously pick pounds because we're based in the UK myself, and you can pick your account size. You see it starts at a bigger amount than 5k, it skips straight to 10k, but the account size also goes up to 140 compared to the 100k dollars. We'd suggest just using 1 to 100 leverage, and for the platform we'd suggest using MetaTrader 5 over the others, and we'll get into the reasons why for that now. So MetaTrader 5, a beautiful platform. I will show you how to use this platform. However, some would argue that it's much easier on your phone to use MetaTrader 5 because the great majority of technical analysis we don't usually do on TradeLocker, MetaTrader 5, whatever broker platform it may be. We usually use TradingView, which we'll get into in a separate video. But just to give you guys a quick rundown of how MetaTrader 5 operates, this is essentially what it looks like. You've got your chart here, you've got the instruments here, whether you can pick, you can double click on them, and you can put stop loss, take profits, your buy terminal, same right here. You can change it, change the sizing, you can change the time increments here, you can add in for your technical analysis, you can draw trend lines, very simple. What else is there? Very simple stuff. So essentially that's MetaTrader 5. Not much to go through. It's very, very simple stuff. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the first video, so you can expect this educational library to get full, spam out content. And if you guys do need more support, or if you're worried you don't know what to do, don't hesitate to get in touch with a member of the team, whether that be in the Discord, the Telegram, whatever. Just message one of us, and we're happy to get you started. And yeah, thanks.